Well, my friends, Kamala Harris deserves an Academy Award for gaslighting, deflecting, and dancing around all of those questions. The debate just ended and Kamala Harris did not answer any of my questions. She's been there for 4 years as vice president. She's been a part of the Democratic elite for decades. Why haven't they fixed these issues? Kamala Harris, now she wants to act all rough and tumble on the border. You were put in charge of the border back in 2021, then oversaw the worst immigration crisis in American history. I have questions. Now, Kamala Harris, she had a rough start in the debate. She was like one of those beat up old jalopies in the Walmart parking lot that takes a few minutes to get going. Objectively speaking, you guys know I'm not owned by the RNC, the DNC, I just call it like I see it. David Muir, the other woman, I don't know her name, and Kamala Harris, it was 3 against 1. Many of these folks on television, they're just Democrat operatives posing as pundits, okay? David Muir could not hide his own political leanings. He cut off Donald Trump. He never fact-checked Kamala Harris. He was combative and argumentative with Donald Trump, moreover. Now, my takeaway from tonight...
In Minnesota, she went out... Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. And policies like they have... I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. And we have a president that we don't even know if he's... Where is our president? We don't even know if he's a president. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy.
Here is my input on the debate. Now, I feel like this debate was not fair. Am I the only one that felt like it wasn't fair? Like, I felt like Trump was debating 3 people. I mean, they fact-checked him like 3 times, or even 6 times, I believe I saw on Twitter, but they never fact-check Harris.
Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is...
She said so many things that was not true when it comes to the Charlottesville, the bloodbath, and the, you know, back in the days, accusation of Trump being racist. All of those things have been debunked.
I think he clarified and told the truth about a lot of things that Kamala Harris accused him of that were outright lies. She was trying to tell the American people that he supports a federal abortion ban. He does not. She tried to tell the American people that he's trying to ban IVF, something that's personal to me because it's something that my husband and I, for years, tried to start our own family through the use of IVF. It didn't work out for us, works out for a lot of families.
Now, if I had to give the candidates a grade, okay, this is what I would have done. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. Kamala Harris surprised me last night. She, I believe, was on point with her responses, okay? However, it was too, what's the word I'm looking for? It was too perfect. Is that a word, too perfect? Meaning that all the things that she said was rehearsed. It was so, like, she remembered, like it was something that was put in her mind, not because that's what she feel, but that's what she was told to say. It wasn't...
For a Democrat, you're like, oh, she did a great job. She was much more forceful than Joe Biden. You're Republican, you look at this and you're like, that's Donald Trump. He had some moments where you were like, oh my God, where are we going with this? And then he just had some great knockouts. And so this race just got tighter.
You had Kamala Harris effectively echoing platitude after platitude after platitude. The American people can't pay their grocery bills on platitudes. They can't put their kids in a house on platitudes. And Kamala Harris had a lot to say, but very little actual substance behind it.
Authentic. It was something, it sounded like she was given those points and she just basically said what she was told. Now, Trump was say the same thing you always say, okay? He was being himself. Now, what was really annoying me was Kamala facial expression. Like, you could tell that she's trying to get a viral reaction by making those facial expression. it seemed like it was part of her practice, her debate practice, and her debate rehearsal. I just felt like it was just someone told her to do that. So they will have a lot of viral posts on Twitter or X after this debate. Now, one thing I'm going to give to Kamala. She baited Trump, right? And you know what? I heard a lot of people gave Trump these advice to stay calm and don't let her get to you. Because when you look at him, he looks so angry. And according to polls, independents don't want a older person to look miserable. And what she tried to do is she tried to portray as an uplifting candidate. And when you look at her and you look at him, she was smiling. She looked like she was enjoying herself. And he was angry because he take his job very seriously.
Okay, Kamala Harris was well scripted, well prepared. It was very predictable what she was going to say. It was the same type of lines that she has used time and time again when it came to Trump being a threat to democracy, Trump being a dictator. And I think watching President Trump, he was so angry on how she continuously would lie.
Now, I know that if Kamala ever become president, we are doomed, okay? Like, come on, people. Come on. We have to pay attention here. She's currently the vice president. Do you not see the economy? Do you not see what's going on right now with the 3 wars that's happening? Well, let's say 2 wars. Israel and Gaza and Ukraine and Russia and China just hanging out right next to Taiwan, okay? This is what happened during the Biden-Harris. When Trump was president, there was no war. The economy was great. However, that Kamala, she was just trying to tap into everyone's emotion. The way she was answering questions. It's like she's like a chameleon, okay? Like she is changing everything. But like a couple of months ago, she was banned fracking, but now she's for fracking. A couple of months ago, she was pro-immigrant, pro-illegal immigrants. Now she is against illegal immigrant. Now, let me talk about Trump. I don't know if this debate was good for Trump, and I'm being very honest with you. I think that he did not respond well to some of her responses. Like, for example, well, let me just say that with abortion, he did a very good job where it goes to the state. I think he was well prepared on that part or those policy when it comes to abortion or those topics.
They have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby. And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats are radical in that. And her vice presidential pick, which I think was a horrible pick, by the way, for our country, because he is really out of it. But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after.
But with the other January 6th and all that stuff, that he should have known that they were going to ask those questions. And also about her being black. First of all, why was that a question? Why? No one cares about what Trump says. I don't care what he said. I care about what he did. I care about his policy. They basically set him up for failure with that question. That question is not even on top of the American people list. We don't care about what he said. We care about what he did when he was president. Why would they ask that question? I don't hear them ask Kamala any controversial statements she said in the past. I'm telling you, I believe that this debate was so biased. It was so rigged against Trump. It was like 3 people against 1. They fact-checked him so many times. No one fact-checked Kamala Harris. It was, and for some reason, they said no one received the answer. the questions, I'm telling you, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Apparently her husband is good friends with the NBC leader or something of that nature. But this debate was rigged. And I'm not a sore loser. I hear people gonna say mad stuff in the comment, but it was absolutely rigged. The moderators were debating Trump and nobody was debating Harris. And she said a lot of things that was not true. Okay? Well, that is my perspective. I believe that this debate probably will give Kamala a boost. She appears to be more presidential today. However, she's a fake person. We cannot trust her.
That brought you to a conclusion.
I think it's important to remember that we are voting for the leader of our country and not who we like the most or who we want in our wedding party, but who is actually going to make our country better. And we're in an incredibly unique situation where we've had both of the candidates in office before and we've gotten to see what they would do. And when facts come to facts, my life was better when Trump was in office. The economy was higher, inflation was lower, things were better overall. And now with Kamala's administration, things haven't been so fantastic. And she's saying she can fix the problems that her administration has caused, but I just don't know if I can afford to take that risk.
We have to pay attention to the action and not what people say. The action of Trump is that our country was better off. The action of Kamala is that our country is in a disaster. So when you compare that, when you look at how she speak, I believe that she spoke more clearly than Trump. I believe that she tapped into the emotion side of everybody. I believe that Trump was very serious when he was speaking. And he didn't smile and he could appear to look like a grumpy old man. But we have to pay attention to what happened during the time frame these people were in power. And I believe that Trump was a better president than Biden. And you know what? I am not happy. I feel stressed right now. I feel like the media is gonna take this away and they're gonna boost her up again. They're gonna put her up on a pedestal and say, oh my God, Queen Kamala from this debate, and they're gonna lower Trump into the gutter. According to what they're saying, that many people did not pay attention to politics until after Labor Day, and that's when they started paying attention to politics. So now people are paying attention to politics, and some people, everybody who are a Trump supporter already know Donald Trump, and a majority of people don't know Kamala Harris. So this is her being in front of everyone for the first time. And I believe, and I'm not going to take away from her, I believe that she did an okay job for the condition she was in, although she was never asked a hard question. But let me know what you think. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed day.